Let me know if any of this sounds familiar to you. You ready? I thought you was my boy. So you going to tell all my business? I thought you was my girl. We've been friends for so long, you're like family to me. Why can't you just be there for me like I've been there for you just this one time? So hold up, wait. You mean to tell me all these years that we've been friends, you've been plotting on me? If any of that sounds familiar to you, I promise you are going to want to stay until the end for this week's connection discussion. So make sure you have your journal. Don't forget your pen. Make sure you have your cup so you can have you something to drink. Let's sit back and chill and relax for this week's connection discussion because I promise you it's going to be right up your alley. On this week's discussion, I want to talk about something that I promise you is going to hit home for every person in the connection community, whether you're a man, a woman, a young man, a young woman. I want to talk about being let down and being hurt by those that are closest to you, whether they have been your best friend for 1 month, a year, 10 years, whether they have been close family, whomever. I promise you that each one of us have felt the stab in the back from that one person that we have loved, that one person that we have sacrificed for, that one person that we have been there for no matter what. And to feel them stab you in your back is one of the worst and hardest things ever. So I want us to just connect this week to talk about that. But before we get too deep in this discussion, how have you been? Have you had an opportunity to reset and reconnect this week? Make sure you drop a comment below and let me know what it is you did this week to reset and refocus. What about that journal entry? Did you write one yet? Give me a journal entry idea below in the comments as well. So that way we can share it with the whole community so we can see where each other is. And while you are below the video, make sure you like the video. Make sure you put those comments in there. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you press that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop videos every week. So, before we get too deep in this week's connection discussion, I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to give the scripture at the beginning of our discussion because I want to get it in here and I want to make sure that this is what we're focusing on while we are having this discussion. So, this time I am literally going to read it word for word because I don't want to miss anything. This week I will be reading Psalms 55, verses 12 through 14 from the NIV version. And it says, if any enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. If a foe were rising against me, I could hide. But it was you, a man like myself, my companion, my close friend, with whom I once enjoyed sweet fellowship at the house of God as we walked about among the worshipers. Okay, so let's take a second. Let's dive into that. So, when you come across people that you don't really know, people that you really don't have a relationship with, those are the people that you expect not to be there for you, not to support you, to talk about you behind your back, to not really care about you. So when they do it, it doesn't really hit that hard. You're like, oh, okay, whatever, next. But when it's that person that's your best friend, that person that you have shared your sweet secrets with, that person that knows so much about you, and you come to find out that there was a snake in your group, and that snake in the group was the bestie. The snake in the group was that close family member that you have been close with all of your life, that one cousin that you don't consider a cousin, you consider a sister, or that one cousin that you consider like a father figure because that cousin is like so much older than you. You know, that mess hurts. And I want to talk from a genuine place of vulnerability today. I just want to be real with you all because I want you all to be real with me. I have been hurt. I have been hurt so many times before by friends. Okay. Yes, I did the air quotes, friends. Okay. I have been hurt by friends. I've been hurt by family. And the thing is that when it's happening, you see all these red flags, but you're like, nah, that's not what they doing. No, maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm just thinking too deep into it. And God is giving us all these warning signs. And sometimes we don't get it until the bottom has fallen out. God has been trying to warn us before the bottom fell out. And because we didn't take heed, that punch that we felt, oh my God, it was so strong. Leave me a comment below and let me know of just one time that you got hit like that. I don't need to know like all of the major details. Just let me know, like, yep, I didn't been through it. And let me know, let the community know what it is that you did to overcome that. So when you're thinking about an associate, what comes to mind? For me, an associate is someone you really don't have a relationship with, possibly a coworker. Okay, that's an associate. When you think about a friend, what do you think about? Somebody that knows a little bit about me. They know my first, maybe my middle name, my last name. We have a couple of things in common. We like some of the same shows. We may meet up every once in a while to get, some tea, maybe go shopping, something like that. We may even spill some tea with each other every once in a while. But when you think about a best friend, that bestie, what do you think about? This person knows me. This person knows my attitudes. This person knows my mood swings. This person knows what I'm thinking without even saying anything. This person can pretty much almost anticipate what I could potentially be what I could be potentially getting ready to say. This is, for the fellas and, sometimes the women too. I don't want to discriminate, but, hey, we go and we hanging out, we talking sports together, we are deep diving in each other's, personal lives and issues, and our families are commingled and meshed together. And, we just locked in, we locked in for life. We lifers, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think of when I think of a best friend. For some of us, our best friend is our spouse, and if that is the case for you, that is great. I commend you guys for that. I absolutely love that for you. And understand that your spouse should definitely be your best friend. So let's not even skate over that. Your spouse should definitely be your best friend. For those of us who don't have spouses, sometimes, we look to other people, to be our best friend. Sometimes even our cousin, our sister can be our best friend. Sometimes a parent can be a child's best friend because that parent child bond is so strong that that child feels that I can go and tell my mom or dad anything, and I know that they are not going to be judgmental against me. They're going to set me on a straight path if that's what I need, but I know that no matter what, that they're going to love me. To be able to have that connection with another human is lovely. It is a breath of fresh air. Someone you can absolutely be 100% yourself around them no matter what. Okay, so now let's go back to that scripture and let's break that down a little bit. Let's use this in some real life situations. And that's what you have to do with the scripture sometimes. When you are reading the word, you actually have to break it down and ask God, Lord, reveal this scripture to me. Lord, what are you trying to say to me? And I promise you that there is nothing at all that you're going through in life that you cannot find in the Bible. So let's break this down. Okay. So when it says, if an enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. Okay, let's stop right there. If you was just somebody on the street, I wouldn't care. It may affect me a little bit, but I can push past that. I'm not worried about it. If a foe were rising against me, I can hide. Foe, another word for enemy. Again, if it was somebody else, I know I can hide from them because I know that they mean me harm. I know when I see this person wants to do bodily harm to me. But when I look at you as my best friend, I don't look at you as somebody who's going to hurt me. So what do? I expose myself to you. I don't have to hide from you because I thought that you were my best friend. But it is you, a man like me, my companion, my close friend. You are the backstabber, my close friend. I have opened and exposed myself from you. I'm not hiding from you. I care about you because I thought you cared about me. I have made myself fully available to you. And this person, my best friend, is harming me. And then it goes to say, with whom I once enjoyed sweet fellowship. What is fellowship? Fellowship is just talking, relationship, hanging out with each other. I used to love hanging out with you. I used to love talking on the phone with you. I used to love sharing TikToks and Instagrams and Facebook and all this other type of stuff with you. I used to love joking with you. I used to love our kids playing together. I used to love just sitting around with you doing absolutely nothing because I thought you were my best friend, but you turn to be my enemy. My enemy. So when we have situations like that, that's when I'm saying, like, okay, who are the snakes in the picture with you? That Instagram picture that you just took and posted a few days ago, that you all smiling and hugging up with that person, is that person really your best friend, or is that a snake in your garden? Please don't think that I'm asking anybody to second guess any relationships that they have with anybody, because I promise you, a lot of us have some true, genuine best friend relationships. And I never, ever, ever want you to take that for granted, like possibly some other people have taken you for granted. Now, one good sign to tell that if this person is truly not your best friend and potentially a snake in your picture is manipulation. Are they that type of person that says, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you? Oh, come on, you know you can do it. Or, they're always trying to guilt trip you. They're always trying to make you feel bad because you're saying no to something that they want to do or that they may want to participate in that could potentially compromise your morals or your values. That is definitely a sign that you have a snake in the garden. Then when you come across things like that, you actually have to use wisdom, and you actually have to ask God to show you these things. Lord, show me this person's true intent for being in my life. There's another scripture that I definitely want to throw out here real quick as a beautiful wisdom nugget. Ecclesiastes 3:1. There's a time and a season for all things under the sun. If you continue to read all the way down, there's a time for this and there's a time for that. There's a time for like so many things. There's maybe a time for this person to be in your life for a reason, but their season could be up. So you need to pray and ask God, Lord, is this person's season up? Lord, if this person's season is not up, when their season comes to be up, Lord, can you please let me know? Lord, give me the strength to know when this person's season is up so I can actually walk away. Because the longer you hold on to something that is harming you, the deeper that cut is going to be. Again, do not get it twisted. Friends are more than non-blood. Best friends can also be family. When I was growing up, I had some cousins and everything that we were like really, really close, and we were like really, really tight. But we were more of like really good best friends. And sometimes when people would say, oh, this is my cousin, or I would say, oh, she's my cousin, they would think I would be joking, because when I was younger, we always called our best friend our cousin or our sister, because we were just that close knit, that we were so close knit that we were like family. Our families pretty much really were intermingled with each other, and if you didn't know any better, you would really think that we were family. So I want you to make sure that you're staying focused and that you're staying watchful, because you have to understand that the enemy is coming to devour, and he is going to come to devour in any shape, form, or fashion. And a lot of times, some of us are seeking that companionship, that best friend situation so much that we will be blindsided, and we won't see that this person that we think is a good thing is really a bad thing. And this person is coming into our lives to not build us up, but to drag us down. You know, sometime when we're around them, we get so drained of energy. That's another great sign to tell that there's a snake in your yard. When you're around this person, you are just so, just all of a sudden, just exhausted. You know, they have just drained you of everything. And the deeper you get drained, the more heightened that they're getting, because guess what? They're sucking all of your energy from you. So we have to be discerning of that. And that's where, again, prayer comes in. Lord, help me, strengthen me, give me the wisdom and the strength to know what I need to do to back away from this. Now, understand, no matter what, no matter your age, no matter if you're a man or a woman, you are always going to have that one best friend, no matter what. And that best friend is going to be Jesus. I promise you, he will not tell your secrets. He will be there for you when you need him. He will never leave you or forsake you. He will build you up. He will constantly let you know that you are the head and never the tail. He will always let you know that you are above and never beneath. He will be there for you in the midnight hour. He will be there for you when that tear jar gets full. He'll be there for you when you have the biggest smile on your face. And I promise you, he will never stab you in your back. Instead, he will teach you how to be fully armored in his word to be able to fight your foe, to be able to fight your enemy. And he will give you wisdom to know when that snake in your garden is there, so you won't get bitten. So this week, make sure that you are staying focused. Make sure you are resetting your mind. Do not forget our foundation scripture, Philippians 4:8. What are you thinking about? Ask God to help clear your mind and make sure you only think on the things that are good, that are lovely, and that are bringing God a good report and testimony. And while you're thinking about that, while you're journaling this week, ask God to reveal to you if there are snakes in your garden. And if there are snakes in your garden, if there are snakes in your pictures, ask God to help you how to eliminate them without torturing you. Ask God to teach you how to eliminate them and also keeping you strong. Because I promise you, when you go through this battle, when you're getting ready to get those snakes out of your pictures, getting those snakes out of your garden, that is going to be a testimony for somebody else. While you are getting rid of that mess, it's not only going to help you, but it's going to help somebody in the very near future. So, connection community, I love you so much. And I am so happy that you came back this week to hear this beautiful connection discussion that I wanted to give to you. Now, I have some updates. I am so excited about year 2025. I am working on some things to help make us better. I'm working on some new visuals for our channel. I'm even working on a studio. I am so excited. I'm working on getting a studio here in our home so we can have a nice place to record. That studio is going to be my prayer room, my study room, my quiet room, my studio room. And I am so happy and so excited to get this together. I am so happy that the hubby is helping me get some things cleared out and cleaned up. We're going to do some painting on some walls. We're going to add some shelves. We're going to add all of this. So I am so excited to go on this journey with you. I promise you, I'm going to be sending you and posting, videos on our Instagram page. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Instagram page so you can get more updates on the Instagram page of this room remodel. So until next week, you know what to do. Okay, come on, give it to me. Stay creative, stay focused, and you bet not forget to stay connected.